Fine. So today we'll talk about this aging buckets, revenue recognition, and the other concepts what we have lined up. So the first one is aging methods or aging buckets. So basically, as per EBS, the term which we use is aging buckets. The same aging buckets, the concept remains same, the purpose and how it works, but just they named it as aging methods. That is the reason I just mentioned as aging methods, nothing but aging buckets. Okay, we know the purpose of aging buckets. Okay, so with aging methods or aging buckets, what we can do is we can find out due transactions. Those can be past due or current due or future due. If you want to find out transactions by classifying into different time buckets, okay, different time periods, okay, we can use the aging buckets concept. With this we can define those time periods as a different columns which will be presented through report. Okay, we'll go and define it. We'll prepare the aging methods. What are the time periods, by following which time periods we want to know the due for the respective transactions. I mean, it's all about classifying the transaction to different time periods, okay, to analyze and to take the decision of contacting the customer and taking respective actions. Okay, so when we talk about aging methods, what we'll do is say first we'll create the aging method, and before we go and submit the report, we have to make sure that accounting is created for those transactions. For that reason, what we'll do is we'll run the create accounting. Just I'll say run create accounting, and finally say generate aging report. Okay, that's all. First we'll go and create the aging methods. Go to implementation project and just open the project. Search for aging methods. Okay, manage aging methods, nothing but aging buckets. So click on go to task icon. Okay, here we'll go and create it. So aging methods, click on create. You can give the name, I'll say fusion 4 buckets aging. Okay, 4 buckets, this I'll write 4 buckets, and aging type is 4 bucket aging, enabled set to yes, and aging method set, nothing but reference data set, the grouping, so just go with the common set. Oh, it is not common. Where is it common? 1 second. Yep, select common set and you may write description. I'm just copying and pasting the method name. Done. Now save this definition and select it, and here aging method details, here you can write it. So by default system is creating one bucket or say method. Now you can define how you need. Say here first 1 2, just what you can do is just click on add, those we can remove later. 1 2, 10 days past due you want to find. I'll say 1 2, 10 days past due, and click on add one more. 11 to 20 days past due. 21 to 30 days. Add one more. 31 to 60 days. Positive. This whatever system defaulting, that you can delete it. Okay. So that's all. This you can just keep it. It won't comes into the count of this 4. Now just say save and close. It's done. Okay, now we'll submit the create accounting. Like to reflect that outstanding balance in the aging, we have to submit the create accounting. The transaction should be accounted. That's the meaning. Just let's go to schedule process. From anywhere you can do it. See here, from here you can select create accounting job. If not, from here you can navigate to transaction workbench or receipt workbench. From there also we can perform it. Let's go to the billing workbench or say transaction workbench. Go to navigator, under receivables select billing. Go to task panel. Here you can find the task called as create accounting. Select create accounting. So system is defaulting everything. Print format and ledger. Process category, we don't want to select which category of the transaction we want to account. No, not required. Let's go with all. Create accounting, accounting mode final. Process errors, accounting level summary. Transfer to ledger. Say yes. And post in the ledger. Okay, fine. Before that, we'll go on to just open the periods. Okay. I'm just going to cancel it. Because the accounting system is going to create the accounting with the December 31st. Okay, we'll mark it as let system take with the today date. So for that anyway, in AR and GL also we have to open the periods. We'll go and do it. The task name is manage accounting periods. Current period is Jan 2017. Status is not open. Never open. You can click on the ledger and go to actions. Say open target period. Jan 2017. Then click on open. Say yes. So here we can see Jan 2017 is open status. Feb is future enterable status. Now we'll go to open the periods in GL also. Navigator. So general accounting, go to period close task. So Jan 2017 period status is never opened for GL. Just click on the status. You can go to actions. Say open target period. Select target period as a Jan 2017. Then say open. Okay, then open. Go to accounts receivable. Submit create accounting from this task panel. Say create accounting. Set all required parameters how you want to submit and process this. Say create accounting and transfer to general ledger and post in ledger also. Done, that's all. Just submit. We'll go on to monitor the status from schedule processes. Okay, anyway, we can see create accounting is completed. Of course, here it's showing us running. Find no issues. Okay, done that. Now we'll go and submit the report. The report you can submit from here. Just type edit test from here. Search with the term called as easy. So this is the report you can select. Okay, collection easing 4 buckets report. Select it. Say okay. The open transaction information using the aging pay methods what we defined. That is the purpose. Say okay. Just provide these parameters. Okay, it's not fetching any BU. No issues here. It's not opening the BU. If no issues, we'll try from the BA report section. What we can do is go to navigator, and here you can select reports under analytics. Okay, so when we are going to work on OTB and the basic BA reporting, at the time we'll discuss very detailed level. Now let's see how to run the report from here. That's all. So expand this shade folder. Okay, expand this shared folder and go to financials folder and expand it. And here just select receivables, expand receivables. Here there's some scrolling option will be there. Yep. So this will find from here. Let me drag it. So we are looking for aging. I think it will be part of billing. So the reconciliation one. Just let me open this. Here we don't have any that relevant. Sorry. I don't see that report here. No. Sorry. I don't find that report from this BI catalog. Let's try once again from here only. Let's see. Still it is not populating. No problem, since it's not mandatory. Let's try with that by selecting directly. So order by customer, report summary, customer invoices, customer summary, or say invoice summary. I'll just go with the customer summary. So aging bucket, what we created. Yep, that's not coming since we are not filtering with this view. We'll try after some time. Basically this, this parameter should come. It's not opening the BU's information here. One second, if I try with other. Just for testing, I'm selecting this. Let's see that this is working or not. Here also it's not coming. But we'll try after some time, maybe.
Lakshman.
Yep.
Lakshman.
Yep.
You need to go to the collections actually, not to the receivables. There you can see the aging.
Oh, you are talking about BI?
Yeah, BI catalog.
Okay.
That shared folder, financials, and go to the collections.
Okay.
Instead of the receivables. You can see the aging.
Okay. I don't remember exactly that. Once I will do that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, fine. So let's try that. So financials. Mm, here, can you
Okay,
just?
collections.
Yep, collections we have here, and aging. Yep, correct. I don't remember. I was keep running that in that schedule process, so I don't remember this.
Yeah,
Yep. Thank you. I don't know who's speaking.
collections actually.
Yeah, Sharath. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yep. Fine. Just select this collection aging buckets for, and you can just click on more. Hmm. Here aging 4 bucket. Click on this, but it's the status is not open. Any clue on this, Sharath? It's not open status. It should be open. Then only you can set the parameter. You can run it.
No, I will look into that one.
Yeah. Basically, it should be like open. Then only you can go and we have to. We can set the parameters and all. Okay. Anyway, just we'll run it a bit later. Meantime, just maybe that the schedule process side also that issue may get resolved. It may need some time to get updated. Not sure why it is not coming. So again, I'll see this why it is not opening this option, because once you just click on this here also it will be coming as just open. It will be coming the showing the status as open. Okay, you can click on open. It will open the parameter, and or else you can select here. You can go to the open and it will ask for the parameters, but here it's not happening. So how it works, just I'll show you. Like this. 1 second. Let me select other. So for example, billing history report. If you click on that, just it will open this panel. Then click on more. Okay. Basically, this is how just we have to get that option as a open. Once you click on open, then it will ask for the parameters, and you can submit the parameter. You can run it. Just I'll look into that. Why it's not opening? But only the task pending is report submission. Okay, report submission. We're done with this. Only just we are not able to submit the report from here or there. Maybe there could be some issue why it's not opening in the schedule process also. Okay, just anyway, I'm going to mark it as a pending for output. Okay.
It might need any permissions.
No, 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 not required, not required.
Right?
No additional permissions required. If you think on permissions, I'll show you some other reports which we can run directly. Just let's take simple. Our payables, invoices. Say payables invoice register. Click on more. You can see here it's for every report you can see as a the option is available as open payables invoice register. You can click on open, then it will ask for the parameters and you can submit. The same way like for whatever the reports we are asking for any module, that option should be available. I'll just look into that why it is not coming for those. Just let me show you at least by running this report. It's taking some time. Okay, this is how it should open. If you don't have option of just open, you cannot navigate to this uh, parameter page. Here you can select your business unit and you can go with your own criteria of generating the report. Maybe if you want to submit for supplier, you can do that. In the same way, all other parameters are optional. Then click on apply. So this is how you can see this output. And here you can see the print option. You can just click on that. We have these different formats. As you may just take the output in the PDF. Okay. Okay, that's how that option should open, but in our case it's not happening. Just I'll look into that. Why it is not happening. Okay. Anyway, the report output is pending. We'll cover that. Well, let me look into that issue. Fine, done. So anyway, just I marked it as it's pending. So now we'll just look into this revenue recognition concept. So fine. See, normally when we're recording the transactions right away, we may just will do the billing and we'll do the revenue recognition, maybe immediate base. There may not be due on billing or revenue recognition. In that case, right away you can go ahead with the normal process. But if you get into any kind of uh, customer related contracts, definitely there could be situation where you'll do the billing bit later. I mean to say you will be postponing the billing. In other cases, you'll be recognizing the revenue. So if you want to recognize the revenue, if you want to postpone the revenue recognition or billing, and accordingly, if you want to have a schedules to recognize the revenue and to postpone the billing and billing later point of time, in that case, we can use the revenue recognition concept. The simple point is the revenue recognition. You can have your schedules. Okay, what are the schedules you are going to recognize the revenue? Accordingly, you can do the recognition. Until the time, you may maintain that revenue as an unearned revenue. So that is the logic behind this revenue recognition concept. Now just we'll look into that. So to implement in the system, what setups we have to complete. So when you talk about EBS, as per EBS, what we have to do is we'll be creating the accounting rules and invoicing rule. Right? We'll be creating the accounting rules and invoicing rules. So so here the accounting rule, why we are using just in EBS to create the revenue schedules. To create the revenue schedules, we'll be using the accounting rules. Since we are using the accounting rules for revenue scheduling purpose, here the name they given as a revenue schedules only. First, we have to create the revenue schedules. In case of VBS, we'll create the accounting rules. The same accounting rules definition here we are calling as create revenue recognition. Okay. So before we go on to define that, or after creating the revenue recognition, before you create the transaction, you have to set up auto accounting. Say auto accounting configuration. So we have to complete the auto accounting configuration. We know when we are dealing with the revenue recognition, there will be two cases. Like we'll have a when you talk about invoicing rules, we have a two option, in advance and in arrears. To support those two cases, we have to set up auto accounting for unbilled receivables as well as unearned revenue. Okay, we'll go and set it up auto accounting for those two types. Then we'll create the revenue schedules. After creating the revenue schedules for testing purpose, okay, we'll create one transaction. I'll take a year point as with a contract value. Okay, so that contract with the total contract amount will create the transaction and will apply the, and again how you are going to do that, how you want to manage the accounting in terms of say like invoicing, invoice rule. So anyway, like we'll see when we are creating the transaction, we'll see selection of invoicing rule and all. Finally, based on that, we'll recognize the revenue. We'll recognize the revenue by submitting revenue recognition program. So this is what just we are going to test. First we'll complete these two setups, then we'll create the transaction with the contract value, and there we can specify the what I can say, this invoicing rule, and we'll submit the revenue recognition, and then system will be distributing that revenue as per the schedules which we define here and which we assign to the transaction. Okay, we'll go and see in the system. First we'll go on to configure auto accounting for revenue recognition. Just go to setup and maintenance. Go to implementation project, open this project. Auto accounting. Search. Then search for our business unit, because already we created auto accounting. So for new additional accounting types, we have to create it. Click on go. So we created already for receivables and revenue. Now we'll add for unbilled receivables and unearned revenue. Select business unit. Select type as say unbilled receivable. Let's select constant values. Search with the term called as unbilled. Here we have unbilled receivable. Select it. Then say create another account type, unearned revenue. Unearned revenue, just search for that account, select it. Click on that. Okay, basically these two accounts are required when you are dealing with this revenue recognition with in advance or in arrears rule. Okay, save and close. So just we done with this setup. Now we'll go and create the transaction. Sorry, we created only this. Will go and create the revenue schedules. Here we have the task, manage revenue scheduling rules. Click on go to task icon. Here click on create. Okay, we have to use the set. You can go with the common set. Select reference data set as a common set, and I'll say I want to recognize, say the contract value is going to be 4 months. I'll say fusion 4 months. Okay, the scheduler rule type, same as EBS, we have this fixed schedule variable under daily based. I'm going to select fixed schedule, and number of periods, say 4 periods. It will default percentage equally for 4. If you want to change anything, you can just place the cursor and you can change it. Okay, how you are going to recognize. This is all about revenue. Thus, we are scheduling the revenue. The first period 25%, second, third, fourth period. From each period 25% of revenue we are going to recognize from the contract value. Just now you can say done. Save and close. Okay, now we'll create the transaction by selecting the revenue schedules as well as invoicing rules. Go to navigator and under receivables billing. So create transaction. Select transaction source, fusion invoice, and here we can select invoicing rule. So we have in advance and in arrears. We know, like, if you go with the in advance, so what system will do is, so for the entire contract value, system will be creating accounting as receivables debit and unearned revenue account will be credited. In subsequent periods, the unearned revenue will be reversed and revenue account will get credited. And in case of in arrears, system will create accounting as unbilled receivables debit and revenue account is credited in subsequent periods. Okay, it will create accounting as it will be reversing unearned and it will be debiting with the respective amount for receivables account. We know the concept remains same as ABS. So now for our testing, what we'll do is let's go with the in advance and go to lines. So just I'll write the description as a some service contract. I'll say quantity 1 since the fields are mandatory. I'll say 1 lakh. Contract value is $1 lakh. And here we have a tab called as revenue scheduling. Here you can scroll and you can find it, but to just get it to the here straight away, just you can select this. So we created as fusion 4 months. Select it. So by default, this is the date system is taking a start date. You can override how you want. Okay. just you can say complete and do review.
Missing customer info.
Oh, fine. So already we have second customer also. Okay, we'll go with the customer one. Customer two we created for reciprocal purpose, right? Okay, yes, done. Say complete and review. Transaction number is 41. We will submit for that. Okay, so fine, done. So this is completed. Oh, fine. So now what we'll do is we'll go and submit create accounting. That's one option where our system will be automatically triggering the revenue recognition job, or else you can go and submit directly revenue recognition. So for that you can go to billing, sorry, go to schedule process. Okay, directly you can submit the revenue recognition job, or you can just submit create accounting, which will create accounting entries and it will generate the, it will recognize the revenue as per our schedules. So I'll just type some test here. So this is job we have to submit, recognize revenue. Okay, if you submit create accounting, this will be triggered automatically. Find that workers and all we don't need to change, we can accept the same, submit it. Okay, done. Now go to transaction workbench. It's 41. From here also you can select go to actions, say view accounting. Okay, we didn't submit create accounting for this, right? Let's submit create accounting. When you can accept is Some problem with this, it is not getting closed. So it's triggering automatically here instead of going and running from there. Sending with a warning. No issues. Hope it will be generating accounting. Okay, fine, done, completed. Now go to transaction workbench. Manage transactions. Click on search. Open this. Go to actions. Here you can see view accounting. Also directly you can open the distribution, and from there also you can see that. Okay. So they manage distributions. So that should be distributed for 4 periods revenue, and for 1 period it has to recognize. If you notice here, the receivables is debiting with $1 lakh. Sorry. And you can see receivables debiting with 1 lakh, unearned revenue is creating with 1 lakh. And here you can see unearned revenue only you can see for 3 periods. If you look into that, with 3 periods, Feb, March and April, because for current period already we run the revenue recognition, so that system is moving here. That means that unearned revenue will get knocked off, that will be moved into the respective period of revenue account. Okay, The concept and logic how it works remains same as EPS. Okay, so this is all about just the simple process of revenue recognition concept. Okay, if you want to deal with the revenue contingencies and all, you can just go here and you can manage all this. If you want to postpone the revenue recognition and all, here we have separate task called as revenue. From here you can manage all those activities. From here also you can go and submit the revenue recognition, manage revenue adjustments, all you can perform from here. Okay, you may just look into that to explore this concept. Okay, that's all about just revenue recognition. Simple. This we have done. I will see the balance forward billing. So it's nothing but consolidated billing. So we know like to bill multiple transactions, multiple invoices at a time to the customer instead of going with a separate billing for each and every transaction, we can use the balance forward billing, which we call as BFB. It's nothing but consolidated billing. We know in EBS we call as consolidated billing. Here the name they changed to balance forward billing. Of course, they introduced the bill presentation architecture and many things. But let's see the basic functionality how it works. So, so when I talk about this balance forward billing, okay, just we have to create the what are the cycles, what is the time intervals we want to follow to do the billing and all we have to define. So we'll see what are the setups required to implement balance forward billing. So first what we'll do is we'll create balance forward billing cycle. First we'll create the balance for billing cycle. Then for existing payment terms we can assign this balance for billing cycle, or else we can create the new for our testing purpose. And now we'll create our own new payment terms where we can assign the balance for billing cycle, which you can call as, you may call it as balance for billing payment terms also. Create, I'll just call it as balance for billing payment terms, since I'm just going to assign billing cycle to that. Okay, then for existing customer profile class, you can enable and you can you can assign the balance for billing payment terms to the existing customer profile class, or else we can create the new. But for our testing, I'm going to create the new customer profile class. Say create balance for billing customer profile class. And for our testing, I'm going to create new customer also, which I'll call as Fusion BFB customer. Once you create the customer, you can just assign balance for billing customer profile class to BFB customer. Since we are for which a customer we are implementing that I'm just with that name I'm calling as balance for billing customer. Okay, we'll complete all these setups. Okay, after completing these setups, what we'll do is we'll create 2-3 transactions against this customer. So I'll create the transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3. We'll create 2 or 3 transactions. Okay, then we can generate the consolidated bill. Okay, then say generate. Consolidated bill is nothing but balance for billing, right? Billing. Okay, so this is what we are going to test. And when I talk about EBS, in EBS along with these setups, same setups we do in EBS also, but there will be one more option in the system options where we can go and set the enable checkbox called as show billing number, so that within the transaction, when you are creating the transaction workbench, so the transaction is belongs to which bill. That information also should be showing, but here we don't find that kind of option. Okay, we'll complete these setups. Just go to implementation project. Search for balance forward billing cycles. Okay, manage balance for billing cycles. Click on task. Click on go to task icon. Then click on create. Say Fusion monthly billing. So here I'll say start date. I'll take first. So what is the frequency? Billing frequency. Say I'm going to select monthly. So you can select okay day of month when you want to generate the bill. Before that you can specify repeat every how many months once you want to generate the bill. So every 1 month. And I'll select today is third. I'm going to select that only just for our testing. So that means every month third we want to generate the bill. Say just done. Cycle we created. Click on save and close. Now we'll create the payment terms, or else for existing payment term we can assign this billing cycle, or we can create the new one. Let's go and create the new payment term. It's a simple definition. So say payment terms. So manage receivables payment terms. Click on go to task icon. Click on create. Select a common one, common set. Just giving the name also as a Fusion balance for billing. I'll say net 30. Monthly once we are doing the billing from the billing date, again 30 days. Or anything you can take here. Just I'm taking 10. It's not accepting more than that, just so I'm writing here in this way. Fine. Here we have to select billing cycle. Fusion monthly. The rest of definition remains same. Include tax and file in the first installment. Here net 10, so just give the date specification as it. That's all. Then say save and close. Okay. Now we'll create the customer profile class, or else for existed customer profile class also you can go and enable that balance for billing and assign that BFB payment terms also. So manage receivables customer profile classes. Just click on go to task. Click on create. Say Vision BFB profile. Select collector, and here we have a controls balance for billing. So just enable it, and what level you want to do the billing. Say what level, account level or site level, anything. You can select how you want to generate the bill. Account level means it will be applicable for all the customer sites. So the billing type, say detailed billing system has to generate, and you have to make sure that you are selecting balance for billing payment terms. Fusion BFB 10 payment terms. And here just the default one you can select. And the statement cycles, we can accept this, or else what we created that we can select. And you may just here anyway, no rule is applicable but not required, but just I'm going to select at least currency, or else you may ignore it also, not an issue. Then say save and close. The payment term we selected same, right? Balance for billing is enabled. Payment term with the billing cycle are required. Yes, we have in this. What's wrong with this? Within this payment term we have billing cycle. Let me select in this way. Yeah, see, system understanding. So done. So we created this. Now what we'll do is we'll go and create the customer. We'll create the new customer. Okay, and we'll assign the balance for billing cycle to that new customer. Say create customer. Fusion BFB customer. Select address set. So we created our own reference data set for customer site that you can select. Just set address purpose. Say bill to as well as ship to also. So save and close. I will say because search for the customer. Here account level and site level will go and override the profile class. Go to profile history tab, and system is taking the default profile class. So go to action, say correct record. This section will be open. Now you can select BFB profile class. Yes, it's defaulted. You can say save and close. Go to site, click on site number, also profile history. Click on create site profile, the same whatever we have in the account level that will get defaulted. Save and close. Done. Now we'll create 2 to 3 transactions against this customer and we'll see how this bill will get generated. Go to billing. So create transaction. Say complete and review. Transaction number 42. Anyway, now here you can proceed with the cancel. Create transaction. So 20,000. The next number it will take, and here I'll say complete and create and then this will create one more transaction. Transaction number 43. So 30,000. Okay, done. Now we'll go and submit the billing job. Go to schedule process. Schedule new process. Just search for generate balance forward. Yeah, it's not generate, create. Okay, create balance forward bills. So okay. So first you may create draft mode, then if that is fine, you may go with the final. But now just for our testing, we'll go with directly final. output is billing cycle. This is what we created, billing cycle, Fusion monthly. Billing date, today's date, but not mandatory, currency, USD. And if this billing cycle is associated with multiple payment terms, where those payment terms are assigned to multiple customer related profile classes, in that case, we may filter with the customer. But in current case, only we have with one customer. So this won't become mandatory. Okay, you may filter again with the payment terms, but this is also not required. Already here we given. If we have that case, in that case we can do that. I can submit this. For this three transaction system will generate single bill. We'll go and see that. Let's scroll a little down. Take some time. Wait for some. Yeah. Then click on this. So billing number is 1. And here you can see it selected 3 invoices. Okay, 3 invoices is a single bill which we generated. One second, let me drag this. Let me download. Yeah. So billing number is 1. System generated. The same. Bill to customer. So bill to ship to vendor, remit to vendor. I think here we didn't select any remit. It was not defaulting for this. So this is how you can generate the bill. This is all about balance forward billing concept. And the next one, review customer account balances. Okay. So here straight away we cannot go and review the customer balances. For that we have to submit the relevant jobs. Okay, we have to submit the relevant jobs. Once you submit those jobs, then only you can go and review the customer account balances. So go to schedule. Here only from here you can submit. Process. Let me check this. Yep, this is the job name. Okay, process receivable transactions for customer account summaries. You have to submit. And before that, let me show you from where you can try for that. See here. Here we have task. Okay, review customer account balances details. Even if you click on this, I mean, if you go to this, you cannot find any balances until unless you run those jobs. Okay, if you are able to find without running that, think always somebody submitted those jobs, because those jobs are not specific to any BU or enterprise structure. Those will run an entire instance level. So for example, you are working on that, I submitted those jobs for my just to update my customer balances. The same will update your customer balances also. So that's what we have to understand, but it's a mandatory. If you want to see the customer balances from here, you have to submit those jobs, then only you can find out the customer balances. Okay, it updates customer account summaries. Say okay, submit. Expand this. Okay, then so after submitting this, process receivables transaction for summary accounts, then the same information whatever system process, that has to be refreshed in the customer summary tables. Here you search for refresh. Let me check this once. Okay, so this is the job you have to run. Refresh receivable transaction for customer account summaries. First you have to submit to process it. After that you have to submit to refresh, then only that the table level whatever the balances are updated, those will get refreshed, so that you can see from front end through that customer summary balances function. Okay, select and submit. These two are mandatory jobs you have to run if you want to see the customer summary balances. So this is not there is no specific parameter, it's not functioning. Let me just navigate once again. Okay, select this job. So it populates summary tables after a set of data is migrated or corrected. Okay, not all, not only for migration and correction, even for normal transaction data also you have to submit it. Just say close. I request you, somebody is just unmuted, we can hear some noise. Who's that? And I can't see from here who's doing that, and who's that? Please mute from your end. We are getting a lot of noise. I don't know who is that. I don't see from here also. I'm not able to find who is doing this. Uh, I can hear noise. Because here I don't see somebody has unmuted, but still I can hear noise from someone. I think they're away from system, I guess. Let me check one by one. Anil, any chance this noise from your end?
No,
Okay, great, fine.
Lakshman.
Yeah, just I'm confirming by asking who is not responding will be cancelled. Yeah, they stopped now. Great. Again, I can see the same. Ankit, hello. Ankit.
No, Lakshman.
Yeah, not from your
No,
side.
Lakshman, not from my side.
Okay, great. Arms. No.
Not mine.
Okay, great. Thank you. Madhu, because I want to just dismiss them from meeting by just with that action. I want to do it. Otherwise, we cannot stop that noise. Madhu, can you? Is not responding. I'm going to dismiss him. Mahidar, because see the option should appear here, but I don't see as somebody unmuted. But still, I can hear noise.
Lakshman, you should be able to unmute everyone.
Exactly, that's true. That's true. Okay, all are just I unmuted all everyone, but still the noise is coming. That's what I'm wondering how it is happening. Just that. So Venkat, fine, we'll continue now. Okay, we submitted these two jobs. One is to process the balances. Okay, summary balances, and the other one to refresh the same in the summary tables. Now we'll go and see the balances from review customer accounts. So just now we discussed. So how we can go here? You can just go to billing. Okay, receivables, billing. Go to task panel, and here we have customer account balances. You can select this task, review customer account balances. And you want to give your customer name, let me just give it the starts with, we have all customers with a Fusion only, so Fusion. Bill to site, what is the bill to site? I'm not very sure what we given. Okay, so is not blank I am selecting. That means it won't look for any specification to give, even I don't know the account number. That also set is not blank. That means that there is some number. Okay, there is some business unit, but I given just customer as a Fusion. Rest I am just keeping as is not blank, means there is some value but we are not sure. Click on search. So it is showing 3 customers. You can select any one of the customer 1, and you can just expand this overview. You can see here all the information the same with respect to activities against the customer. These are the transactions we have. This is how you can see that information in this function. Before you go and submit those jobs, if you come to this page, you cannot see any information. You cannot find any information. So that's how it works. The same, the BFB customer.
Lakshman, these jobs need to be scheduled, yes, to
Yeah,
for
if you
keep up.
want to keep updating, yes, you can schedule it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all about just just processing and refreshing the customer balances for summary purpose. So that's all about it. Reviewing customer balances. Let's try once again this aging buckets. Let's try to submit now. Again, I can hear some noise from someone. I think Venkat.
Lakshman,
Yeah,
this is Venkat Lakshman.
yeah, Venkat. Tell me.
Uh, can we export the same thing from the same system, same screen? Customer balance, I'm talking.
So customer balances, what you want to do?
From the same screen, can we export into Word or Excel?
Export option, I think it's not there. One second. I don't remember exactly. Let's go and check it one second. Forever. I think we don't have. Let us check. Yeah, you can mute if you don't mind. I will test it. Just will check it.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute, but it's not happening.
Oh, I'll do that then. I'll do it. Yeah, I did. So here we don't see any option. View detail balances. So everything we can do disputes and exclude receipts. Nothing. There are the options to go in the detail level, but nothing. We don't have any option to fetch. No option we have from here.
There's the second icon after the edit.
I'm sorry, I closed it. One second, we'll see that. Fusion. It's not responding. Let me try again. It's not responding. Just let me refresh that. Review customer account balance details. Start with okay. I think I selected something else. Yep. Somebody is referring something.
There's the icon after the edit icon.
Hmm.
Sorry, for the pencil. The next one to the pencil. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Correct. Here we have that option. You can select all then in that case. You can just go to export. Yes, we have that option. I never just tried with that. Yeah, we have that option, Venkat. Fine. Now just we'll go and check this report parameter is populating or not. Go to schedule processes. And the same issue again, somebody is speaking. Just using so collection using 4 buckets report. So okay. Still it's not working. We'll try after some time, no issues. Okay, before we complete receivables, we'll try again. By default it should come. There is no other option to enable or disable something else. Okay, so only this output is pending. Thus we're done with these 3 concepts, including these 4. Now how to load the customers and auto invoices, open invoices and those standard receipts. We'll see that. I think 10 minutes left, or else we'll see in the tomorrow session these concepts. Okay, maybe even if you start now we cannot complete at least one also. So these FBDA, okay, master and transactional data load process, we'll see in tomorrow session. Okay, if you have any issues with instance or any other practice related, you can ask me. We'll just discuss on that.
Lakshman, there are no issues for me, but when you plan to refresh, can you just let us know?
Sorry.
And if there is a plan to refresh the instance, can you just let us know before you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we can just because we're just like trying in the middle of practicing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Hey Lakshman, I have a question on the auto receipts. I don't know whether
What?
covered it before or whether I missed it. So there was the receivables is more or less like R12, but what is the new features that is implemented in the Fusion? I saw some videos about the automatic receipts application. It has some weightage and scores, some kind of new concepts is being implemented.
Yeah, see,
So,
that you'll see here that I'm going to cover it as a overview, which we call as smart receipts that I mentioned.
okay.
See, that is more something like auto logbox only. That is kind of enhancement to auto logbox, you can say. As it is, however, you handle auto logbox in EBS in the same way you can implement here. And by using the smart receipts functionality, you can enhance auto logbox receipt creation process. I'll take you through that. Just I'll give you the overview.
Okay, yeah, even if you're not able to
Yeah,
completely set up, at least a
yeah
high
yeah
level.
we cannot implement that because that when you talk about logbox and all
Yes,
the
understood.
file
Yep.
and transmission, right? So but I'll take you through that, and I'll share the document on that. I kept ready the document also to share with you guys in case of this smart reset, how that can be handled, which we cannot implement in
Okay,
this
thank you,
environment.
sir.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks. Fine. Any other practice related queries or any other queries on previous classes, please?
Lakshman, I have one question.
Yeah. Who's speaking?
If for some reason, actually, if I go
Sharat.
to the GL open periods, I didn't see anything for the 2017. I can see only up to 2016.
16
In
means
AP also,
you have
yeah.
your calendar up to 16. That means
Okay. I need to add those into the calendar, right?
yes, correct.
Okay. I will add that.
Yes, sir. Any other queries? think most of the people are not practicing. Few people are practicing. That's what I can find. Okay, fine. Yeah.
No,
Um,
they are practicing.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about you who are not practicing. I'm talking about them. Because see, normally what happens is if most of the people are practicing, I used to get many issues also. That's my experience.
Oh yeah, we getting a lot of issues as well. We are
Yeah.
trying to solve by ourselves.
Oh, great, great. Oh,
I'm just
great.
kidding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Both are correct. Yep. So fine, good. So if no questions, we can wind up the session for today. Okay, fine then. See you tomorrow, same time. Have a good day and good night. Thank you.